Hello.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Ears to the East. Howard is not here at the minute, so we are going to take control of this one. We can finally get a video with us, me and Benedict, being able to talk. You
I
gotta
like how
let
you
us.
twist this like to something positive.
I
It's
mean,
more like we have to do it without
we have
Howard
to do
because
it.
he's not
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. We're like little lost lambs here. We're like, shit.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
do we do?
There's no one here that can talk all the time.
I
No, but anyway, we have fortunately a topic that we can talk about
mm,
that we actually have something to say about, I think. Which
yes.
is the new Unlucky Morpheus song. You just told me about it. What is it called? By the way, I already forgot the title.
Sakura Chevalier or Cheval.
Chevalier.
It's Chevalier. It's
Chevalier.
French, I
I think
believe.
it's French, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It means knight, I believe. I could be wrong on that one. So it should be Sakura Knight. I like what they do with the titles there, though. Although, like I said, my French is as bad as my Japanese. So
I actually had French a couple of years in school, but I changed schools because of that.
because of the
So it was really,
je
really bad.
m'appelle Neon. Oui, oui.
Oui,
Um,
oui. Au
oui, oui.
secours.
Les doutes fromage. That's as much as my French goes, unfortunately. But yes, new Unlucky Morpheus, new music video. Fuki kind of like back again in her starring role, the Unlucky Morpheus or the original Unlucky Morpheus, as much as we do. So before we get into this one, I do want to just touch on Unholy Orpheus because I know we were talking about it before. And we were just saying, look, as great as Unholy Orpheus is, and as much as we both
And
really
it is
enjoy it,
great.
and it is great, like both of us enjoy it. We
Yes.
were actually saying before we started recording, look, no, as great as it is, you kind of miss Spooky. Like it's like you know what it's missing, and you can't.
Yeah, I actually said that because
Mm.
actually the Unholy Orpheus album is one of my favorite albums of last year
Same, same.
because I think it's really, really good.
Mm.
But you really, after a time, you start to think, where's Fuki?
Where's
I kind of
Spooky?
want that soaring
Mm.
vocal. And this is exactly what we get in this song. But I don't know, maybe is that just because we know Unlucky Morpheus as Unlucky Morpheus with Fuki? Could you say,
Yeah.
imagine like someone who doesn't know there is Fuki in that group usually and he listens to the
Oh,
Unholy Orpheus?
yeah, 100%. I said this before. I said this to you
Yeah.
before. I said the only reason why Unholy Orpheus, you have that itch with them, is because you know it's missing Fuki. Like if
Yeah.
Fuki never existed and you listen to Unholy Orpheus, like I would have, but that itch, I don't think would ever be there because I'd just be happy with them. But because
Yeah.
because you know that missing piece is not there, it's that it's like that. Oh,
And you
you just
could maybe argue the song, there's one song on the Unholy Orpheus album featuring Fuki, might be the best one. But maybe
um
that's just us. We don't know.
maybe. But to be honest with you, I'm a big fan of Sheeran's
Yeah.
vocals and stuff like that. I think he did an amazing job of that, and I love Unholy Orpheus. But now we're back. We've got the main attraction.
But we can maybe do a connection because I think I kind of really like Unholy Orpheus for their darker tone because
Mm.
Unholy Morpheus, I'm saying it right now. I'm getting confused with the names. Unholy Morpheus, like with the last album, like the direction went kind of in a bit of a
Mm.
more toned down, lighter, brighter version of themselves. I'm not really
Yeah.
sure how I would describe it, but it's still
I
awesome.
I think that continues a little bit with this song as well. I mean, touching on that, but I think like
I
with the
wouldn't
Unholy Orpheus
say
one,
this is really less heavy. I would just say the tone is different. Like
it,
it's
it's
more
definitely
uplifting in a way.
yeah, it's definitely lighter, really fast paced. Like the intensity of it is
To me, it sounded a bit like power metal.
yeah, it kind of does a little bit,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah, the intensity of this doesn't disappear. It doesn't get worse. I will. The thing that attracted to me on Lucky Morpheus was I always liked that gothic darkness to it,
Yeah, yeah.
and this doesn't really have that in there. But you like as soon as like I said, as soon as you see like Sheeran on the guitar and Jill doing the violin solos together, back to back, like
Yeah,
both, you're
yeah.
just
It's
like
exactly what we want from Unlucky
it's
Morpheus. Yeah.
exactly what you want.
Yes.
And even if it might be lacking that slightly dark tone that kind of drew me to them, I'm still looking at that going, this is fucking brilliant.
Yeah. I got really excited by this song actually. Now I want to hear the last album again because I didn't listen to it too often, to be honest. Rather went back to the darker stuff, but that's why I'm
Mm,
kind of excited about this new direction because it isn't in that more gothic dark style, but I still
mm.
really, really like it. And it still has all the elements that I enjoy about it. I watched, one thing I was noticing during the first listen is that Jill's violin, apart from the parts where she's doing the solo stuff,
Mm.
is kind of a bit less loud in the mix, I would say.
Yeah,
But therefore, I could hear the bass more.
I'd
It's
agree
a
with that
bit
one.
of a trade-off.
I don't think that's a bad thing though. I mean,
No,
I always think Jill is very prominent, I think, in most of the songs, and for good reason because we all love Jill and the violins sound
yes,
absolutely amazing. So I don't mind that this song has maybe a little bit less of her, but then at the same time, it doesn't have less of her because she has a dual
yeah,
solo as well at the same time. So she gets her time. But I do think this song benefited, the flow benefited from just like the guitars and the bass, more specifically in this song. And although Jill was playing, yeah, I think you're right. I 100% agree with you here. That she is probably not as blaringly up in the mix as probably past songs. I mean,
but
for
it
like,
might also just be for this song. We
it
don't
could
know.
just be for this song. I personally, I hope it's just for this song and we get more Jill constantly
By the
throughout this.
way, did they release, announce anything?
I'm
Like,
not
is
too.
this part from an upcoming album?
I'm not too sure, actually. See, this is where like me and Benedict show our inadequacies because none of us do
I'm
research.
trying to read the video description, but it's all in Japanese.
It's only Kenji. Um, I imagine that there's something. I believe there's a tour coming up. I believe they're playing shows again.
Hmm.
So I hope this will be part of something. If I had to make a calculated guess, and I do not know, by the way. So if you want to correct us in the comments, feel free.
How
But
dare you don't know?
I know, but I believe that probably most likely probably another EP or something like that, or maybe it's just a single song. I'm not too sure. And admittedly, as much as I love Unlucky Morpheus, with everything that's been going on with Fuki going to like Doll's Box again, and then Unholy Orpheus, and then like
Yeah, but we
uh
don't know anything
we don't know
about that,
anything.
right?
Yeah, it's like
I'm
it's a
waiting
bit
for
weird.
it.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for that concrete thing, and there probably is. I mean, we're recording this, and probably in typical East fashion, we'll record this, not knowing anything, we'll drop it, and then like something would have been
Yeah.
announced.
New Girls
Um,
Box album.
yeah. So I will just be like, oh, for fuck's sake. And Howard will be like, you had one job, guys, one job. So, but yeah, like I said, absolutely crazy. I really enjoyed this song. What did you think of the vibe of this music video as well? Because again, what we were touching on before, like that can we had like
The
that
video,
dark.
you mean?
Yeah, it has that dark thing, but this was quite light and fluffy. This was
I
like,
mean, I think they had kind of similar videos with
mm,
the Welcome to Valhalla and stuff like that, where it's
yeah.
more the colorful stuff or the white room where they're playing in. But what I thought was really interesting about this video was this game. They show like people playing a game
Yeah.
and they look like they're in some kind of tournament or something. I'm not really sure what that's about. Like, is this some kind of advertisement for like the world championship of whatever that game is?
I just think it's
Mahjong? No, it's not.
I just
I'm
think
not
it's
sure
a
how it's called.
I'm not too sure what it is either. I was actually thinking about myself. There you go. Okay. If you know what that game is as well, also let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah,
I
but
thought
I
it,
thought that these parts, they didn't really like their outfits. It didn't fit in the video. Like it was like some, I don't know, recording from a game tournament.
I don't know. It was definitely something thrown into the music video just to have something else going on.
Yeah,
I
but I
think,
would imagine there's some kind of connection. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it.
yeah, I imagine so. But it was quite fun to watch. Nevertheless, I still don't know what the
Yeah,
game is though. I thought it was poker at the beginning until like the little things pop up, and I
kind
was
of
like,
the Japanese poker, maybe.
could be. But I did love it. I thought the music video here is like
They
going
have
back.
they have cool outfits. Like,
Oh, the outfits were amazing.
yeah.
I I,
And
I
also
enjoyed it.
in the outfits, I think that's reflecting a bit that going more colorful, going
Mm,
more vibrant. I don't know. A
yeah.
bit away from the darkness.
Well, Well, yeah. Well, like I said, even in, like with Welcome Back to Valhalla, like you said, there's with the white background, it had that. There's more like dark effects and stuff like that there, like that the
Yeah,
ominous
yeah,
thing
true.
as it was going on. And this one was more. Again, it was like light and floppy. There was lots of pink neon things going around. It was just not
Yeah,
something you really associate with Unlucky Morpheus. It
that's
was
true.
all, it was all sickeningly happy.
Sickeningly. Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of, yeah, I'm not really sure. We will have to see if about the next album. Usually, I would say I prefer the darker Unlucky Morpheus, but I
Mm,
also really like this song. So I don't know how a full album of something like this will be. That's why I want to hear the last one again,
yeah.
because I think it's a bit in that direction already. But I'm looking very much forward to to whatever direction they will go in. I don't know how
Yes.
you feel about it. I know a lot of people, they were like, yeah, they go soft, or I don't know, they weren't really down with the direction from the last album. But I think it's still great.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, we can have this debate all the time. I mean, like I said, I am always drawn to the dark kind of aspect of Fuki and Unlucky Morpheus. That's what kind of drew me in. But at the same time, we always say that
Yeah.
a band should evolve and do what they feel like and stuff like that. And if you're
Isn't the album called Evolve?
exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
I love how
there
you
you
got
have
that.
it.
I love how you got that in there. Um, yeah, they should always evolve. And
A lot of groups call their album Evolve right now. It's kind of a thing at the moment, like Nemophila also, and I think there was another band.
when's the Benedikt new song Evolve coming out? When's
Oh
the
yeah,
Evolve EP?
I already had Evolving Dragon.
Exactly,
I was the
exactly.
first.
Benedikt set the trend. um,
Yeah, I
I,
wish.
like obviously the darkness and stuff like that is kind of like what draws me in, as well as like the collaboration between Fuki, Jill, Siran, like all their traits is kind of what draws me in. If we are going in this more kind of like, as you kind of described it, like a power metal sort of light fluffier direction, is that something that would
Fluffy.
interest?
I
Yeah,
like that.
fluffier direction. Is that something you'd be into?
I mean, I think I would still enjoy it, but I would probably then afterwards go to Unholy Orpheus and get that album. Listen to that again.
Do you think maybe
I don't
that's
know. I think it's a
intentional though?
trade-off. I think it depends a bit on what you want from that group. Again, I
Mm.
think if you don't know Unlucky Morpheus for their earlier stuff, then I think you will just enjoy it. I think it's a lot of has to do a lot of with what we want from that group. And always change, evolving, people have issues with that.
Evolving, there you go. That's going to be thrown in so many times now.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
think do you reckon that was intentional then? Do you reckon they've done like Unholy Orpheus? Because I always found that really weird, like when Fuki was doing the doll box thing. Like, it's not very often that a band sort of continues without their lead singer and goes in like a more heavier direction. Like, I found that really weird at first. When they first did that, I was a bit worried because I was kind of like, oh no, maybe this is like the end of Unlucky Morpheus, or Yuki's
Yeah.
gonna do her own thing. But that's turned out not to be the case. Thank fuck for that. But do you reckon this is the whole like Unholy Morpheus, maybe Sheeran and stuff like that, getting that more darker metal itch, scratching that with Unholy Orpheus, knowing that Unlucky Morpheus is maybe shifting in this
I
sort
could
of maybe
very
lighter
much
direction.
Yeah, could very much imagine that. I mean, we obviously don't know what's going on behind the
Mm,
scenes. Maybe that was a project long and planning. We don't know. We even
mm,
have Fuki featured on Unholy Orpheus, so it's not like, yeah, we don't want Fuki on here or
mm.
something.
Well,
Um,
another thing I want to say as well, like, what did you think of Fuki's lack of vibrato as well when she was singing in this track? I don't know if you noticed it, but usually she uses that quite a lot, and this one was very clean. She sang the song very clean indeed. Like, what was
yeah, I
your?
mean, she has these different vocal types. She
Mm,
has some songs where she sounds a lot more poppy and, I don't know, clean in the
mm,
voice. But there were some parts, I mean, she still has some vibrato, some of that extreme vibrato in there, but it's
mm.
a bit more sparingly. Um, I personally like both ways, but I think it could like get more people to like her singing because I think some people find that too extreme, and I think it might be off-putting, that extreme vibrato all the time.
Yeah.
I heard people like having issues with that, so I think it's a good
Same.
idea to maybe tone it down, even though I
So
like it.
do you reckon this is an attempt by them to kind of like maybe reach a more mainstream audience? Like kind of because obviously a lot of metal rock fans probably listen to them, but do you reckon this is their attempt to sort of maybe branch out and get a bit more people kind of like looking in their direction?
Yeah, I mean, I think you should always do the music that you love,
Mm.
and but I think they still do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm not sure if they really are attempting to like go more mainstream in a way, but I think they just trying to perfect and evolve. There it is again, evolve their music. So
Jesus
I
Christ.
personally think it's a good thing. I think it's a good direction. I don't know. If you have a group doing the same thing every time, then I don't know, it gets stale after a while. So I'd rather have them
Mm.
evolve.
We're gonna have to have a fucking counter in the corner.
Evolve, evolve, evolve.
Evolve. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I agree. Look, I really like this song. I thought it was fast paced, really fast paced as well. That's what really
Yeah.
got me. Is how they don't lose the essence of what makes Unlucky Morpheus Unlucky Morpheus. Like they did everything I wanted to. You've got Fuki coming in, just
Yes.
being Fuki. Again, you've got Jill coming in for the bite. Like that was the best part as well. The drum as well. I love how fast paced and stuff this is. And this is a maybe a different type of intensity from them. It's still like fast and brutal, but it definitely lacks that. I wouldn't say lack, but it is definitely it definitely comes from a different approach,
Yeah.
I think.
It's like I think I said it in the beginning, it's not that it's like less of something, it's just that the tone is different.
Yeah.
Like the vibe. It's yeah, I think we established already.
Does it
It's
would
less of the darker
less of
style.
that dagger. Does it still get you excited though? Does listening to this
Totally.
still
This
yeah?
song got me more excited than the last album probably. So I think
Mm.
I'm actually really excited about the direction.
Yeah.
Because the last album, I felt a bit it was lacking something. I'm not
Mm.
really sure what. It was still a great album, but yeah, I don't know. I think they also toned down the speed and the intensity a little bit in the last album, and I didn't feel that for this song at all.
Yeah.
This felt like straight power. Yeah, exactly this thing I want from Unlucky Morpheus.
Yeah, this felt like a good balance, I think. It had that rawness intensity to it, but it also wasn't like going like 100% in your face as well at the same time. It definitely felt like they were pulling, drawing from like both
Yeah,
directions here, which I enjoyed. It's honestly, I'm just a little bit of like a high. I'm still like up here at the minute, just happy to see Fuki back in front of the
yes.
camera and back in front of Unlucky Morpheus. Like, there's few things in this world that make me like genuinely happy now because I'm an old fart. And seeing Fuki strut her stuff in front of for Unlucky Morpheus is one of those things that just gets me so freaking hyped, man.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
really enjoying it.
Fuki and also Jill. I have to say, since I listened to
Yes.
Tonerico, you should also check out Tonerico, another side project by Jill.
How many side projects
Um,
has she got? I lose track, man.
yeah,
she's
so I
just
said
as she's
another
just
side project,
she's just as bad as Fuki in that regard. Like, oh my God, I can't keep up,
kind
man.
of. But I mean, just do more because all of them are great. And really,
Yeah.
I got a new appreciation for violin. That's why I was focusing a bit on the violin in this song. And I really don't want to miss it. I think if you would leave out Jill, I wouldn't like it anymore. It
Wow.
might sound harsh, but it's actually a very important thing for me.
Okay, here's a question for you though. If you had to remove either Fuki or Jill, which one would you lose?
Ew,
Or
that's mean.
yeah,
That's mean.
that is mean.
Hmm. I mean, I would probably actually say I would remove Fuki because I heard the Unholy Orpheus album and I really like that.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
I haven't
Fair
heard
enough.
the, I don't know, un something Aura Auraphos album without Jill.
Oh. I love the fact that you're struggling with the names. I'm so glad because the amount of times I've said east of Eden and ears to the east like together so many
Yeah,
times. I'm glad somebody else is fucking up.
I mean, they do it intentionally, I
Yeah, I'm
think.
sure. I'm sure they do. I think that's pretty much all we got to say on this one. Actually, to be honest, I'm really excited for it. The music video was really good. Do you have any last thoughts before we part ways?
I mean, let us know what you think in the comments about this song. Do you like the direction? Do you think it's, I don't know, I don't really like Unlucky Morpheus anymore if they do like the brighter, happier stuff? Is it, yeah. Do you think like us? Is it the same intensity but just a different direction? Let us know all about it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, any unlucky Morpheus is good. Unlucky Morpheus. So yeah,
Agreed. That
agreed.
is
Yeah, we
very
can all
much
agree on
agreed.
that one. Yeah, like I said, don't forget to leave a like on the video, guys. Sub if you haven't already.
I
Please
have
join.
one question, one
Oh,
more question.
well.
Because you said before we split, you asked me about the split between Unholy Morpheus. Oh, God
Hey!
damn it. Unholy Morpheus going in the more lighter direction and Unholy Orpheus going the darker route. Do you think there will be another Unholy Orpheus album?
I hope so.
Or do you think
I,
it's just a one-off?
um, oh, I see. That's a hard thing. I think for as long as Unlucky Morpheus are active, I probably don't think there'll be any Unholy Orpheus stuff. But
Mm.
now that I've gotten it, like in a complete Uno Reverso card, from what I said about like having Fuki not being in there and satisfying that itch. Like the longer I go now without Unholy Orpheus, the more that itch will get worse and worse and worse until I'm like, all right, okay, I need some Unholy Orpheus now.
You know it. You
So
can't remove any of them. They belong in the band.
yeah,
They are the band.
they are the band, and you guys are the people. So thank everybody for joining. Like I said, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, try and share our videos around as well. We really appreciate it. If you're in the Unlucky Morpheus community or whatever, try and get more people onto the channel. So we try and get past a
Let us know
thousand.
how we did without Howard.
Yes, let us know how we did without Howard, and if you want to see some more uh, without the main guy here.
No, then don't let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know we did good. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much. And don't forget to keep your ears to the east. Yeah, we could do, yeah.
On my screen, it works.
Yes, on mine is working as well. Yes,
Fusion!
fusion. All right,
Bye.
bye, guys.